Fort Ussher, originally built by the Dutch in 1649 as Fort Crèvecoeur, stands in Jamestown, Accra, as one of Ghana's oldest colonial structures. It was part of the Dutch Gold Coast until 1868, when the British took control through the Anglo-Dutch Treaty. The fort was renamed Ussher Fort, after a British administrator who helped broker the exchange. Following the Third Anglo-Asante War in 1873–74, the British rewarded loyal coastal allies, including a prominent Ga chief family, with lands surrounding the fort. Their support, especially in providing fighters and porters, was crucial in the British campaign to sack Kumasi and weaken Asante dominance. This land grant helped cement British influence in Jamestown and laid the foundation for the Nleshi Alata community's growth. By the late 19th century, Ussher Fort was converted into a colonial prison used to detain political dissidents and petty criminals. Its most famous inmate was Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's future president, who was held in solitary confinement from 1950 to 1951 during the Positive Action Campaign. He spent nearly a year in an upper cell, allowed only basic reading and writing materials. Yet it was here that he refined his vision for independence. Fast forward to November 11, 1979, 5 imprisoned members of the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, including Captain Koda and Sergeant Ama, escaped in a daring raid. Disguised as utility workers, armed men stormed the fort, freed the prisoners, and vanished into Accra's alleys. The event exposed the fort's vulnerability and shook the newly elected Liman government. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Ussher Fort served a humanitarian role, housing Liberian refugees during their civil war, and later Sudanese asylum seekers fleeing conflict. The fort cells, once used for punishment, became temporary shelters for displaced families. In 2007, the Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, GMMB, reopened Ussher Fort as a museum, aiming to preserve its layered history, from slavery and colonialism to revolution and refuge. However, despite its UNESCO World Heritage status, the site has suffered from chronic neglect. Roofs leak, exhibits fade, and funding remains scarce. Today, Ussher Fort stands as a symbol of Ghana's complex past, rich in memory but starved of care.